Count It Out with Mike and Tyler.
Thursday, January 15th, 9 p.m., TNA Wrestling is set to take over AMC. And here to talk all about it and so much more is the Director of Authority, Mr. Santino Marella. Santino, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on. Yeah, it's an exciting time, and it does feel like the beginning of an era. So it's cool when you can identify before before having to look back. You know what I mean? It's very clear that this is the beginning of something special.
Absolutely. And you have really had your work cut out for you lately as the Director of Authority with NXT running wild. Are we expecting maybe a little extra Christmas bonus from Carlos Silva for taking so much abuse lately?
Hey, that would be nice, man. Let's do a hashtag Christmas bonus. That'd be
There it
good.
is. Get it started, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the massive news. TNA Wrestling officially has its new home with AMC. You guys are coming off two of the biggest shows, the two biggest shows in the company's history this year. This has to have the entire roster incredibly excited and a perfect way to end the year off for TNA.
Yeah, to break the record at Slammiversary and then to break it again at BFG was incredible. There's been so many milestones this year. Having Joe appear on WrestleMania, even this weekend, Leon Slater. Saturday night's main event. The crossover for me personally, working with my daughter, has been a dream come true. It's just been an incredible year. I mean, there's so many different elements and reasons as to why this year was awesome. But and then after all that, we start like we cap off the year with the deal, and then 2026 we start a new era. It just keeps getting better and better. Like it makes you
Absolutely.
wonder when's it going to stop.
Well, the sky's the limit for TNA Wrestling right now. And for yourself personally, as a veteran of the business and a veteran in that locker room, you guys have such incredible young and talent, like just incredible young talent littered throughout that roster. What kind of advice would you like to pass along to that younger talent with such an incredible opportunity with AMC coming up here?
Man, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's the stuff that you do when no one's watching. Everyone comes to work and gives it their all when the red light's on the camera. I would just say in your off days, just really dial in your nutrition and your weightlifting, your bodybuilding. America still likes trap guys and girls. The physique, they're so talented, but the physique is still an important thing. So I would just say make sure you get that discipline dialed in.
Absolutely. And with this new deal, we've had talks of possible more live shows in the future for TNA Wrestling. Do you think that's a really important step for the company moving into the new year is to get some more live shows going?
Well, it's funny. That was, yeah, I didn't think it was. I don't mind live to tape, but the networks do, sponsors do. So if they do, I guess I do too. Um, it does add an element of excitement. When you're out there, is you gotta hit your marks and you gotta do everything right. You have to execute 100% of the time. So yeah, there's no I'm sorry when it's live, right? You got to do it. But these guys also thrive under pressure. So that's just I always say it's excitement. It's not
For
it's
sure.
not like fear or anything. Yeah.
For sure. And, working with such an incredible network like ANC, they have so many amazing shows. Is there any hope of maybe seeing some crossover stuff with TNA talent heading into some other AMC shows, maybe?
Oh my God, I hope so. I hope so. So when I left 2014, I had my neck surgery, but I was already, I'm a business owner, so I was kind of stuck running my business. But I've always wanted to do more TV and movies and stuff like that. So I really hope we can do some stuff, or even a spin-off show. I always wanted to do. It's our truth. That's WWE, but I always wanted to do like a police, like two detectives. So who knows? Maybe we can do that with two charismatic superstars from TNA. We can have our own spin-off detective show. You never
There you
know.
go. There you go. And maybe AMC will open up their Rolodex and possibly you could get Negan to lend you his signature bat to help keep those NXT talent at bay.
Yeah. So there is talk about having characters from some of their flagship programs appear on our program, which is cool. That's cool.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I want to get a little bit more serious here. At the end of Final Resolution, we saw chaos ensue. NXT talent stormed the ring. They tried to light it on fire. And unfortunately, the night it didn't end so well for you. Your own son-in-law, the new international champion, Stax, hit you with a nasty sucker punch. Can you comment on how you're feeling being in that situation with your own family, and especially so close to the holiday season right now?
Yeah, it's funny. There was a lot of comments about how awkward our Christmas dinner is going to be. Yeah, it's really, they're not married yet, so they're engaged, but it's not like son-in-law yet. But my daughter's the one stuck in the middle of it, and when he comes over for the holidays, we are going to take a walk and we're going to talk about it a little more in depth. He did express remorse. That shit happens, people tempers get flared up, and we're all out there fighting for our jobs, and our job kind of involves fighting, so it happens. But if it happens again, yeah, now we got a serious problem. Everyone gets one freebie, but that's it, not two.
So you're saying that if it does happen again, there could be a chance we might see you lace up the boots and handle that situation yourself?
If it happens again, yeah, I'm gonna beat his ass.
Awesome. I love to hear that, man. Maybe your daughter should have taken some warning to not date somebody named Stacks, right? That could lead to some poor life choices.
Right, right.
We've seen a lot of TNA stars. They took part in the tournament to determine who would be John Cena's last opponent. Were you happy to see TNA get such an opportunity like that? And like you said with Leon as well, this weekend?
Yeah, it's awesome. This, TNA, WWE has been very generous with the opportunities for TNA talent, but it also benefits them because they're kind of, they got a couple talent, right? Jordan Grace, Joe Hendry. People are talking about, oh, Leon Slater's like a closed deal. He's gone. He's not. He's still here. He's the future of pro wrestling. Period. I mean, any company. He's going to be a household name, and he's going to be a megastar, an absolute megastar. And he's such a great kid. Everyone's so excited for him. But the bigger, the bigger of a star he becomes, TNA also comes along with that ride because that's where he came from, right? Even AJ Styles, he's such a massive star, and I think just him being a star benefits TNA as well because that's where he came from, right?
100%.
Um, it shows what we're capable of producing.
That would be a great match to see on the debut episode of AMC. AJ Styles and Leon Slater. Let's maybe
Yeah,
manifest that into the universe, right?
the X Division versus the youngest X Division champion. Yeah, that would be, yeah, yeah. Let's do that. Let's make
Yeah.
it happen.
Yeah, there you go. You got the man with the power. Make some phone calls, right?
Right. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm on it.
how cool was it for you guys to see AJ Styles back in TNA this year?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. He looked like he was just having an incredible time backstage because you know, he's been around when it wasn't always, like this, right? And even when I first started, like 3 years ago, it wasn't like this. So it's really cool to for me to watch this develop and grow in real time, and for him to come back and see, and I'm sure he keeps tabs on what we're up to and where we've been, but to see how we're operating now, I'm sure it's a good feeling for him.
Absolutely. Now at Bound for Glory, we saw maybe a little case of deja vu in your world here. We saw you step into the Call Your Shot Gauntlet Battle Royal. It was a pretty quick exit again, kind of similar to your Royal Rumble moment. Have you had a chance to figure out how this could happen a second time to you, Santino?
Yeah, because I looked around and there was nobody near me. There was nobody near me. And I was like taking my time, savoring the moment. And, Nick Nemeth, God, he is so fast. He just like exploded out of nowhere. And he was laughing about it later because I'm like, why would you do that after all the, what I've been through with that thing? And he was just laughing. I think he just did it like, not like to like hurt me, but like I used to kind of as a rib.
Absolutely. You've been great with your time. I've just got two more quick questions for you here. You have been known to have some slight pronunciation issues with some talent's name over the years. Do you have any personal favorite ones that have made you chuckle when they come out?
Oh man. Yeah, no, there's a lot. I know like someone like Steve Macklin and Steve McLean, but it's like so close. Delisha Edwards. But this is just TNA names. Um, Celtic Alessandro was Cedric Alexander. That one makes me laugh for some reason. Trey Miguel, said Trey Miguel. I'm trying to think of more. AJ Franchini, Kazarian, Frankie Kazarian. Trying to think of Leon Slater. It's not really like different name, just the pronunciation's a bit different. So the hard part is I have to remember all the names that the way I call them when I'm listing off like the Hard Boys and stuff like that. Um, when I'm listing off like a match with like a lot of people, I got to remember them all. Um, yeah, so no, that's fun. It's fun, and it's cool because it's kind of like not necessarily prestigious, but if there's a new person I'm working with for the first time, they're excited with how I'm gonna say their name, right? It's like how
That's
you gonna say
awesome.
my name, so I got to come up with something good. Sometimes
That's
it takes a while. It's not like instantaneous, but I'll try and come up with a good one.
Well, I was live at the Air Canada Center when you pulled out the John Cena, and I still laugh about it to this day. So thank you for those fantastic memories. And the last thing I just want to end the interview, I just want to give a quick shout out to all the work you're doing right here in the Toronto area with your Battle Arts Academy. You're helping the next scene and the next generation training to be a pro wrestler. Can you tell the people just how they can get in contact if they have any interest to learn from yourself? And I believe Damian Sando's been down there a lot lately.
Yeah, he's the Thursday night coach. I'm the Tuesday night coach, and we have a beginners class on Monday. Um, yeah, it's fun, man. We have a new, there's like kind of generations of students. The first generation, they went out there and did their thing, and then there was the pre-COVID generation, and so we have a new generation right now. I actually stepped away from coaching for a while, and anyway, I've been back now since this year, so it's good. It's fun to have your fingerprints on the next talent, but they can just call Battle Arts or email. I think info@battleartsacademy.ca, and yeah, come on down. It's fun. We a part of the curriculum or a part of the education is putting on the student shows. So we have the Don Koloff Arena that serves as an arena for other indies. So to be able to have that just for your student show, it's pretty cool. Student shows, uh, they're pretty fun. You get pretty loud in there, and people are bringing family and friends. And recently, we had Pro Wrestling Revolver down there, and that show was
Mhm.
was awesome, man. The crowd was like crazy, so it's fun. And
Absolutely.
they're long nights, when you're putting all the chairs away at the end, but they're definitely worth it.
Absolutely. As someone who's fortunate enough to be a ring announcer for a local promotion here, we have fantastic talent here in Ontario. Shout out Barry Wrestling. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I get to do some work with. So it's been fantastic that you have that hand in helping shape this generation. And it's going to be fantastic when TNA Wrestling takes over AMC on Thursday, January the 15th. I cannot wait to see it. Santino, I cannot thank you enough for taking the time today. And I want to wish you and your family the happiest of holidays, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.